All right, welcome everybody. So, I find it interesting that the Democrats and the Republicans in Congress, right now as we speak, are funding both sides of the climate change equation. Now, the Democrats, as we all know, are hell bent on getting rid of fossil fuels, making America weak energy wise. They want to shift to a different form of energy, yet what they want to shift to is questionable at best if it'll even work. And on top of that, what people do not understand is everything that they are doing electric wise. That's not anything new. That technology precedes the fossil fuel energy. But what they're doing is using now plastic components to create these devices. Your phone is plastic. Half the stuff in your kitchen is probably plastic. Half the stuff in your bathroom is probably plastic. All those electrical devices. Where does plastic come from? Fossil fuels. So if America is not going to be fossil fuel independent, then America is never going to be able to create those products that we all need and use. That's just one side of the equation. The other side is the farming industry. Congress, the Democrats and Republicans, are funding farmers to create extra CO2, carbon dioxide. Yeah, as strange as that might sound, every large farm has CO2 machines in there that produce extra carbon dioxide because it makes the plants grow faster, bigger, stronger, and healthier. Everyone in science knows this. So what's the real problem with climate change? If extra CO2, what's it really going to cause to the planet? Well, it's going to cause a burst of growth because that's what plants need to survive. If you are able to look at carbon, right, what they're talking about is so bad for us. If you were able to just look at it in a condensed form, well, it would be a tree. It would be a bush. It would be that blade of grass that you stepped on. That's what carbon is. So we're going to get into more discussions on all of these things as we go along. But they're taxing you. Taking those taxes and funding both sides of the equation. Luckily for everyone, a change is happening. It's here now. The Multicultural Party. So if you need to find out more about it, look at the description below. Midterms just passed, so if you need to switch your political party, now is the best time, as it won't affect your voting in the final terms. And this way you'll be ahead of the game next season. All right, we're going to cut it off there for now, and we're going to talk more about this, right? Why are Democrats and Republicans funding both sides of climate change? Anybody? And why are we producing extra CO2 if Congress and the media are all telling us that we need to cut down on CO2? And if we're not fossil fuel independent, if we're not fossil fuel independent, then where is America going to get all of its products in the future that are made out of plastics, right? So these are all things we need to address now before it's too late. And we need to get our word in, because we already know what the Democrats and Republicans are doing. So that's why it's vital that you switch political parties, register for the multicultural party, and together we can do this and we can change. Remember, when the Republican Party formed, it took 6 years before Lincoln became president and put the Republican Party on the map. This isn't going to happen overnight, folks. We didn't put ourselves in this situation overnight. But we can get out of it. We don't need to go in the middle of the streets and riot. We don't need to, assassinate people. We don't need to do anything malevolent, right? We have peace. We've already won it. We have liberty. We've already gained it. We have freedom. We live it every day. How we invoke change is by the laws of our Constitution. By putting representatives in the government that we want to represent us. Unfortunately, we haven't been doing a good job at that. What's the definition of insanity? Doing something over and over again, expecting to get a different result. Well, isn't that what voting Republican and Democrat is? If you're expecting a different result, folks, the time is now. Switch your party to the multicultural party.